Oh, never mind. Welcome and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Carlos Abdul, also known as the Angry Elf. With me is uh, my awesome partner in crime, Gabriel Z slash Lemaine. What up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
And this is the Outer Haven podcast number 57. And we are so happy to have our guest with us today. Brooklyn-born native, awesome rapper, the astonishing R. Braff.
Yeah, what's going on, folks? How you be?
What's going on with you, man? I'm glad that you showed up. I'm glad we can get this shit started. How are you, man? How you feeling?
I feel good, man. I'm happy you reached out and allowed me to, get my message across the airwaves. You know what I mean?
It's
Good to
cool, man.
good to have a day off. You know what I mean?
That's great, man. That's great. Just gonna start off like, how was everyone's Thanksgiving?
Great, man.
Well, yeah, mine was great, man. I had a good time with family. We couldn't have a turkey because my kitchen's in the process of getting demolished and restructured. But like we ordered out Thanksgiving, which was a new thing for us. But I had good times with my sister, my sister's boyfriends, my aunts, and my family.
Party.
And what
You
what
can't sit-
about you, Abrav?
I'm trying to make sense. Hold up. Yo, fam, Gabriel, you said her boyfriends or boyfriend?
Yeah, I have two sisters who have boyfriends.
Okay. Just,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. This is yeah. It's not that weird. It's not that awkward.
Thank you. I needed that clarification. But yeah, man, Thanksgiving was good, man. Hung out with family. Was able to eat more than usual. Was happy to do that. Was happy to wake up late. Was happy to cook. People enjoyed my cooking. I enjoyed theirs. It was beautiful, man. I was grateful. Still am.
Oh man, my Thanksgiving was kind of a little hectic, but it was very good. I had to help my family cook the dinner and serve some of the stuffing and the salad and stuff. And we had a big ass turkey. I mean, even right now, we're still having leftovers. It's, uh,
Sure.
I kind of wish we kind of ate out this time because that way, we wouldn't get so tired of turkey all the time. Ah, too much, too much.
I'm not tired of it. It's all right. There's so much other things in it. It's,
I'm gonna have a piece of that. Just letting you know. That's that that, that,
you
that
can make your way to my part of town, brother. I got you.
Yo, big shout out to Hank over at Bulletproof for hooking
Yes,
me up
sir.
with RF, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Hank, man. Happy holidays to you, brother. That's my dude right there. You talk
Yeah.
about small businesses and supporting small business like Bulletproof. That's an institution in Flatbush, man. Been there for a long time, and Hank has been like a mainstay and super supportive of cats that are doing it independently. Starting their own small businesses like myself. He's been always supportive of me and people like me, man. And I return that support. I appreciate him, man.
all right. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, man. And like, sometimes I wonder if small business Saturday was the more prevalent holiday over Black Friday, because I stepped outside for a little bit and everything seems to be cool. People getting into small businesses, trying to help out the local shops and stuff by getting specialty gifts, and it was very civil. Everybody get up all in fucking Walmart and mind my expression, niggas are still trying to kill each other over there. You saw
And
the footage, right?
it's
You
not
saw
just
the footage
black folks, man, unless you mean niggas in a broad spectrum.
in the in the way Samuel L. Jackson
It's an American
said.
way thing. It's Americans were out there acting like fucking savages, trying to fight.
Europeans too, man.
Hell,
Uh,
It
too.
is. It
Mostly, they outnumber us. Stop playing, man.
yeah, but this is pretty much this is the true meaning of Thanksgiving, where we spend time with the one who matters most to us, the big shopping chains.
and compounding with all the things that was going on, what you had former Walmart employees protesting against Walmart during Black Friday and getting beat the shit up out of police, and then security getting their asses whooped by the customers just mobbing each other. And compounding with all the civil unrest going on through the country. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Black Friday is madness, but I've never seen this type of madness before. I mean, this is too much.
Capitalism, baby. You gotta love it or hate it. Go with the rush and get crushed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And if you gotta go out, at least fighting a couple thousand people over a toaster, eh? That sounds epic in its own way.
Nah, man, it's a flat screen. Stop playing.
Nice.
Yeah, like, come on, man. A toaster, man. Is it really worth to trample someone over a toaster? A flat screen TV? Maybe a Destiny bundle? I'm willing to think about that. Maybe a good
A
cashmere
Destiny
sweater?
bundle? Really?
I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm not all about that, but I'm considering it, man. I'm considering it.
Are you considering, punching someone in the jaw over a Destiny bundle? I mean, I understand for a hard drive or a flat screen TV
Y'all funny.
or even a Blu-ray, man, but Destiny bundle? You know better. You know better, Gabe.
But it's a really good looking 7 out of 10 game.
Shit, man.
It's like Borderlands without the personality.
Uh, would you do that, Abrav?
Bro, I
Would
don't
you?
even know what y'all talking about, man. What's a Destiny bundle?
It's that.
Destiny's pretty much a new shooter that came out pretty much in the last 3 months, right, Carlos?
Yes, from the guys who made Halo.
The thing is that it plays like an MMO in that it has really, really big maps and you can play with other people. The downside is for a lot of that game, there isn't a whole lot to do. So they spent like almost $1 billion worth of advertising money to make this big ass game, and like there isn't much to do in it just yet.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
If you had to, bear through the horrors of Black Friday, what would you be getting, Abrav?
Well, I didn't do it this year at all. The last time I did it, it was for that flat screen, and that was the thing to do. But now everybody got their flat screen after a few years of that, so I'm pretty much cool. Ain't nothing I really going to. I don't like all them crowds, man. I don't want to
Yeah.
go out there and hurt somebody or get hurt for a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. There are reasons to get hurt out here, man. You be just talking about, current events in the news. There's things to get hurt over, man. That's bullshit right
Oh man,
there.
yeah.
I ain't up for all that. I'm cool, man.
Uh,
I guess I have to
uh,
ask though, as a rapper, like the things that you truly want are things you can't really buy. Well, except for beats. Beats are priceless.
I mean, there's things that I want. There's a lot of things that I want. A lot of things that I want that I could buy. You know what I mean? With more money I could buy. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to do all that Black Friday in the crowd market type of stuff. You know what I mean? That's not for me. Like, did that, I'm cool. Even when I did it, I wasn't trying to be in all of that. You got too close to the percent. You get too close to catch that elbow. You know what I mean? Give me my space. You know what I'm saying? But that's always good. That's like walking down Times Square. That's just always every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
too close. You got to get that elbow. Disrespect
Yeah.
my space.
No one wants to be able to catch a scar over the left eye and be like, "Where'd you get that from?" Yeah, I got in a fight. You don't want to say I got it over like some shoes like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
That never goes down. That never goes down.
that's corny as hell. That's a dumbass story to tell. Whoever got scars and got to explain them, talking about, yeah, Black Friday, I caught a scar, I got stomped or something. You know.
Say, what happened to your leg? Like, why do you walk like why do you walk with a limp? It's like, yeah, I was a security guard working Black Friday, and I just could. I was working at Late Bryant. It was just a fat lady store, man. I thought it would be an easy job.
I could have used the taser. I had arm response and I couldn't do shit. I went out like a bitch. Like a bitch.
Yeah, silly, man.
Uh, Also, speaking of current events and negative things, Pharrell got in a little bit of trouble lately regarding his explanation on the Michael Brown incident.
What'd you say?
Basically, he was trying to he didn't really wanted to play sides, and he was not at all pleased with the glorification of Michael Brown as a victim when a lot of the evidence showed that his aggression toward the shop worker was the catalyst that got him shot. And even though he did not deserve to be killed or deserve to have any type of illicit force on him, he doesn't deserve to be called a hero.
Michael
Well,
Brown,
also,
hero.
Yeah, he had a thing on, I think it was on the Root, where it's like, why aren't we talking about Michael Brown's bullyish behavior? Yeah.
Is he dead? Why are we
Yeah,
talking about his bully behavior? Look, man, I call bullshit on all that, man. I'm
I
tired of
know.
doing that, man.
A part
Listen,
of
let me explain something to you, bro. This is
mm,
bullshit. Black people are the only people in the world who be having to explain themselves as to why you were victimized and why it's your fault. That's blaming the victim. He's dead. If he slapped the shit out the owner in the store, that's assault. And if the owner slapped him back, it'd be fair. But he wasn't in the store. I don't know for sure if it was him, but even if it was him, the law, I'm sure the law, the books doesn't say execution is the punishment for stealing cigars and intimidating the store owner.
exactly.
But black folk always got to explain themselves to everybody else as to why, you know, damn, I was a victim, but it was my fault because I listened to too much hip hop and my pants sag, and I was aggressive. He's a teenager. Teenage boys do aggressive shit. It's the rebellious stage. You know what I mean? White kids are rebellious. They do thuggish shit too, but they don't get labeled as thugs. They get labeled as white kids who do mischief. You know what I'm saying? That's just not cool, man. I don't like that. It's really insulting, and it's been going on for way too long, man. People got to stop that. The police job is to enforce the law. The law was not
Yes.
enforced. That boy shouldn't have been executed for what he did. That man had a gun, he had a baton, he had a mace, he had a taser, he had all
He
types
has
of shit.
skills.
He had a
How
car.
hard is,
he had
how hard
backup.
is it to restrain a 12-year-old kid? I
No,
mean,
he's
isn't that
18.
what you train?
He's 18, dude.
Oh, he was 18?
He's 18.
Even so, you train in non-lethal, what's
That's
it called? Containment forces.
you're thinking about the other kid who got shot with a toy gun in the park.
Yeah,
Cop
like
second.
yeah, the
Yeah,
yeah,
that one was
yeah.
Look,
terrible too.
That's
I'm gonna
different.
put it
That's
to you like this.
worse.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. It's bullshit, and I'm gonna keep calling bullshit until people accept the facts. The reason black people are saying that these cops are wrong for executing Michael Brown and so many other black men is because it's a consistent pattern that's been going on for damn near 100 years, where
Mm.
police execute black men for crimes, or not even for crimes, for fear of a crime or shit they think they might be doing, and it doesn't happen to other races. They don't do it to white people. Before Michael Brown, if you Google the unarmed white male shot by a cop, nothing came up. You got a bunch of black males that got shot and some black women. Then finally there was one white male who got shot, and people started saying, "Oh, why are not up in arms about the white boy getting shot?" Listen, I'm up in arms about that too, but not the way you think. I'm up in arms that this shit happens to y'all once. It happens to us every what, 28 hours? Was that the statistic that came out?
Yeah, it's
Black
either
male
by
got shot
police or by vigilantes.
by vigilantes, not by black people, not by their peers, by vigilantes and police. That shit is just evidence that this country is, we're second class citizens, if even that much in America. And it's a fact. And I'm tired of people sitting here making excuses for that indignity. That shit's an insult and it's wrong. It's injustice. Stop the nonsense, man. Pharrell tripping. He hang out with a lot of white folks and they be in his ear. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But to say that shit about, yo, listen, Giuliani did the same shit when Patrick DeRismond got killed by an undercover cop. And Patrick DeRismond was my friend. I knew him. We went to school together. We went to school together for 4 years. That was my dude. We hung out and all that shit. And when he got murdered, Giuliani got on TV and said, he had a YO, a youthful offender record, a sealed record. That means that before, when he was like maybe 16 or 17 or at a younger age, he committed some kind of crime, and they sealed
Hold,
it.
hold
Sealed.
the
It's
fucking phone.
sealed.
Did Giuliani, what's it
Giuliani said
called,
that.
villainize your friend over something that he did in his youth? What the hell? That's bullshit. That is complete and utter
He got shot
bullshit.
for it. But that's the same thing that Pharrell is saying, and that's what I'm trying to show you. This shit keeps on happening. If it was a white person that got shot, it'd be some other shit.
Yeah,
It would,
they mentioned that there was something like, what's it
There
called?
was
It
a
was a black guy shooting a white guy, and the narrative will be weird
actually
and stuff like.
actually there is a similar-ish case that happened in, I think, Arizona. where there was a homeless man, and pretty much there's videos of pretty much the cops rolling up on him, and he's like camping out on a kind of hillside. And what happens is that they give him orders to to leave the area, but they shoot him pretty much before he can actually make any movement of any kind. So they shoot him up, they shoot him down, and they have a dog kind of bite him
Damn.
even after he's after already shot down.
Is he white?
Yes,
Word?
yes.
Get out of here. So that makes two. How many black men have been shot like that?
So
I've
many
seen
to count.
long lists. I can name lots of names, women included, Eleanor Bumpers.
Wait, is that the latest one who tried to go to the person's doorbell when she had a car accident?
Eleanor Bumpers is from the 80s, but I remember, you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
all the
okay.
pictures, I've been looking at it.
What? Hold up. Somebody got shot just because they wanted to get their car fixed?
Dude in Staten Island got choked out. Huh?
Oh yeah, everyone remembers that, and that's just a bunch of muscle bros who had too much time on their hands, not knowing how to do their own fucking jobs.
They do know how to do their jobs. Here's the problem. If you're going to be in, see, if it was just a matter, like people keep saying they need to look back, they need to take a look at what's the routine for pulling people
You know?
Arbaf?
out of state with white people. They make this mistake when they're dealing with black people. So it's not a mistake. They're making a conscious effort to protect white life and not give a shit about black life. And then they're rewarded for it because they're always, you know, allowed to get off with the shit. You rarely see them ever punished for this type of crap. Look at your man in California who got shot in the head in the train station, Fruitvale Station. Or was it Oscar?
Oscar Grant.
Oscar Grant, right? Like this
Yeah.
happens all the time, and these cops keep getting a slap on the wrist, if that much. Most times they get suspended with pay. They get a vacation for it. Come on,
Yeah,
man. This is just
that's
dead
also another thing that also frequently happens, where in grand juries for the general public, uh, they're able to get an indictment about 90% of the time, and for against police, it's inverted. They only get an indictment 10% of the time, something around that, something about that low.
So my thing is this. I hear you. You might make a mistake. Maybe you were afraid for your life. But, come on, man. Be fair about that shit. Shoot people by mistake equally. Shoot people of all races down equally. And then I won't make it a race thing. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be this. You think I want that to be the case? I'm a black male. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father of black males. I don't need that in my reality, but it is a part of the reality. And when it just pisses me off when people say, well, nah, you just make, why you playing the race card like it's a goddamn game? It's not a game. It's not a card that I'm playing. If you broke my arm, I'm going to say you broke my arm. I'm telling you what was done. This is the offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? They had that.
I'm not what I was doing. That's you've seen white folks go wild on police before. I saw a video of a guy tackling a cop the other day at one of these protests.
Oh yeah. They had those people attack the.
That guy didn't get just standing around, we reaching for his wallet, get executed for it.
Mm-hmm.
But what is it? I guess one of the things I think that's raised some of the time is that, like, for some of them, like, they're looking for like a kind of, I guess I hesitate to use this term, but like a kind of ideal victim. Kind of like how what is it? You know how there was, before there was Rosa Parks, there was another woman. You know that
Right.
one, Carlos?
No, not that much. Please
I've heard
educate me.
Arbaf?
I've heard
Are
about it.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a woman named Claudette something, and pretty much what happened was that she was in a similar situation to Rosa Parks, but this is the '60s. This is the '60s or the '50s or whatever, and she was pregnant by another man who wasn't her husband. So, like, the civil rights leaders at the time, they were like, yeah, we can't use this.
What?
Yeah, they made a conscious choice. Like, no, we're not going to use this one. And
Huh.
they had Rosa Parks. They had Rosa Parks pretty much intentionally, like, break the law on that bus, and then she became the woman that's on all of our Black History Month posters today.
Oh man, come on. Even that is fueled by a narrative?
I'm sorry, man. You got to play to win.
Shit.
Like,
Man, thanks a lot for shattering a lot of my belief on Rosa Parks. I
What's there
mean,
not using my Rosa Parks stuff?
no,
uh, uh,
the thing I was trying to express is that, like, I guess one thing that some people have with the Michael Brown case is that like they kind of want to be able to express these grievances. They kind of want a kind of I hesitate to say it, an ideal victim.
I
There is
heard
a
A
that.
narrative.
yeah. There's a parallel. There's a parallel with another woman who came before Rosa Parks named
I remember. I
Claudette.
heard you.
Yeah, named
Yeah, I
Claudette
heard
something.
that.
But she didn't.
But she,
But she was pregnant by another man with another man's kid, and like the civil rights leaders, they chose not to push her case, and they chose to use Rosa Parks instead.
because she didn't have the right image.
Yeah, she had the right image.
I got you. I understand
But
that.
but
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 that
like
doesn't
but
what
yeah,
Rosa Parks
those things. Yeah, but those things are different because it's like the thing is that for Rosa Parks, it's pretty much you're able to sit on a bus and you're able to get arrested, but you're still able to live. Like pretty much all I've for us to be able to get an ideal victim is like someone has to die. That's not real. That's not a fair comparison.
well, first of all, just dying is not an ideal victim. If you mean ideal in the sense that it's going to further the cause of changing these laws or creating a new system, because
Exactly.
dying doesn't mean shit. We've been dying in this way for decades. This is nothing new. I've seen video of Ruby Dee, who's passed away, an older black woman who was an actress, and she was in a Cosby Show. She was a grandmother. I've seen video of her when she was younger, standing, I believe, in I don't know what state it was, maybe it was Chicago or something, reading off a list of black boys that was shot unarmed by police or shot, unfairly by police. This has been going on from days when TVs were still black and white. So you can't act like this is new. We've seen this repeatedly in our lifetime. We've seen Sean Bell. We've seen Oscar Grant. We've seen your man in Staten Island. We've seen all these people over and over again. It's the same shit. At what point does the system either change or do we say it's time for us to create our own system? Because you can't keep asking a bully to stop bullying you. It's never going to happen. That's what people are doing.
And what's worse, like if the say this happens to a young white person or a young girl or anything, you know what they're gonna do? They're not going to go into that same narrative. They're gonna flip the script and say, oh, we should concentrate on gun laws, and then that shit get handed out, and then that's just get fucking
Honestly,
lost.
honestly, the way I've seen it, like it splits up depending on the social level of the person being that has that happen to them.
No,
Like,
even then,
no, seriously, with the homeless case, like a lot of people got really angry, but it ended up kind of getting swept under the rug anyway because the guy was homeless,
yeah,
and
the
like
guy was homeless.
that's why they had virtually no power. There was video of him getting shot, like that happened, but that was up.
That's true, but if say this was like if this was on a higher social level, then it wouldn't go into an ideal victim that would change the system. That would just go into some other subject that has no resolution and it just gets lost in the quagmire of bullshit. Ultimately, I don't really see an ideal victim unless maybe I don't know some super famous. Not even that. Not even that. Fuck.
Famous he was gonna get shot like that, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what y'all mean by an ideal victim, man. You mean if
I
the
guess
right
I guess
person
part of the thing.
is
I guess
more supportive of changing what's going on?
I guess Arbath. I guess I'm trying to express more along the lines of imagine a Michael Brown without the taking the shit from the store. I guess that's
Yeah,
all I
but
can
you,
really. That's about all I got.
that's
I
that's a
know.
moot point. That doesn't make any sense because you just saw that man get choked out in Staten Island
Yeah,
on videotape.
yeah.
He was practically innocent. All he
Wasn't he
was
breaking
doing
up
was
a
selling.
fight? Wasn't he trying to break up a fight or something when that happened?
No, he was selling loose cigarettes, and
That's it.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, that's it.
That gets a cuff in the wrist. No, not even that. That gets us a warning. You
That's
just say
Or
stop doing
s-
that.
or summons.
Someone says it. Well, I'm gonna take your money. I'm not gonna take your life.
Forget that. What about a couple of days ago, the little boy with the toy gun? It's a toy gun. You live in a country where you got gun nuts. You got people who are gun enthusiasts. And white folks who use
We
guns,
live in a country where little kids are
they're
constantly
already
in.
they're learning their kids how to use guns from a young age. They're going to the shooting range. They're selling guns for children and colors for children. I saw a whole documentary on it on 2020 and something else on Real Sports where they
What
were
about
talking
the
about the
what about the
kids
stuff?
those kids don't get fired on by police when they're using their guns. They're out there in the woods and it's okay.
What
But
about the stuff with like the Bundy Ranch where there were a lot of anti-government people and they pointed guns at like the federal land management people? and they had like an effectively a siege for like over 2 months.
Mm,
None of that, guys. None of that. Seriously.
I'm not familiar
huh?
with. But my point is, I'm not familiar with that. But my only
Yeah,
point
neither am
is
I.
that when it's see, here's the thing, man. It feels as though black people aren't considered American. You know what I mean? Mexicans, blacks, Latinos, like we're not considered full-fledged Americans. The way that
That's
we're treated by the
weird because that's as America as it gets these days.
well, America is a country of immigrants, but you got the first immigrants claiming that they're original Americans, like in what you call that movie with DiCaprio,
Oh, gangs in
oh,
New York.
Gangs in New York,
Yeah, the natives.
of natives. Like, how you a native? You just came over the water a generation ago. You ain't no native. You an Englishman, man. You from Europe. Stop playing. But they come here with this imaginary. I'm claiming it. My flag is in the soil and it's mine, and I didn't want to block everybody else who wants what they want. People talk all this crap about look at us and what were we doing to deserve that treatment. When the Europeans were getting mistreated by the king, they didn't sit there and say, well, what are we doing wrong to be overly taxed and not to be respected and made to live in poverty? They got on some damn boats. They came to another country and they created their own country. They rebelled. They went to war. They broke free. And they said, we here now, let's make our own law and change it and make it where this type of atrocity can't take place again. But when it's people of color complaining, it's like, nah, man, you can't break it. What are you talking about? You need to behave better. What do you mean, man? I'm being mistreated regardless. It's like you're killing me for a misdemeanor. You're executing us for misdemeanor, not even felony. You get where I'm coming from with this?
Yeah, yeah, I get where you're coming from.
So that's the conversation that's the conversation right there. And we've been having it for too long. At this point, we need to stop asking them to stop and start figuring out what we can do to police ourselves, to really create communities. People talk about the looting, how they're destroying their community. Most black folks don't live in their own community, man. We talk about we have our own communities, but it's not our community. When we go to our stores, it's not us represented in those stores. Those are outsiders who come in to make money off of us and they leave. So when the people start rioting, they don't feel any type of loyalty to those people in that store because they don't feel like they're part of their community. They're from elsewhere, and a lot of time they don't treat us like we're part of the community. Some of them do. Like people like Hank. Hank is a real dude. Like he ain't black, but yo, I tell you, he treat brothers like brothers. Like I come in there, he's always been respectful. And, you know what I mean? For decades I've known him. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, you go to whatever store it might be, there are people looking at you, following you up and down the store, treating you like you're just a customer and get the hell out. So when they riot and flip and burn down these stores, I don't think they feel any guilt because they're not really attacking their own.
Hmm. Sad shame, man. Sad shame. Uh, so why don't we switch gears a little bit and get to what's, well, maybe not important in the big sense, but what we're here for right now. We want to talk about you, Arbref. And well, first, what the name Arbref is that your real name or is that's just what you handle?
English
Uh,
rap game. You know
sorry.
what I mean? You good? You
Sorry.
good?
Yeah. I can hear you now.
So yeah, Arbaf, is that your real name or is that your handle? Pretty much.
So what I said to you was always my first initial.
Okay.
Rap is half of my last name.
Ah, nice, man. And
Yeah.
like, where you got started?
I
Where,
didn't. Yeah. What'd you say?
where you got started?
Oh, well, I started here in Brooklyn, man. Um, started with what? With music?
Yeah.
Let's
How did
listen.
the astonishing journey begin?
Well, I always loved hip hop, man. Always loved it. First time I heard it, like beatboxing, listening, I was a fan. I was into dancing, watching all the movies about it, the dress. It's always been my culture, the hip hop culture, the haircuts, the clothing, the music, everything. The videos, I was all into all of that. Beatboxing. So at one point, I finally got inspired to start, when the freestyling started becoming popular, cats started freestyling on the reg. I would find myself hanging out with friends, and we just start, rhyming. Knew a couple cats that could rhyme, had written raps, and then the rest of us who didn't, we would just make up raps right there. And I got the confidence to do that, watching my brothers from my OTR crew on the Rocks on the Real on the Rampage, open the register, back and shoulders on the regular, over on Clarendon the 22nd in Flatbush. So hanging out with those brothers, there was some nice MCs over there. So they came up with dudes like Special Ed and all that. So they were nice. So they'd freestyle and kick writtens, and I'd listen and just be a fan, like, oh, they dope. And then finally, I'd go home and I'd find myself kind of redoing somebody else's song. I'd be singing a Quest song but changing the words to what I wanted to say. And finally, I linked up with my next crew, my next man's and them, and they used to rap a little bit, and we started a group called Backstabbers. So with the whole Backstabbers thing, we were writing rhymes, and next thing you know, I'm in the studio, and we in every cipher we could find. We all over Brooklyn, we all over Manhattan, doing our thing. Next thing you know, we doing shows. Next thing you know, I find myself doing a song in a big studio with Chuck D and a bunch of other cats, Mr. C and some other people, other pioneers. So I get to be on the song with Chuck D. I'm like, damn, I just went from the basement to here. How'd that happen? You know what I'm saying?
Wow, it's amazing.
Then
That
that all happened.
damn.
Stop. The group broke up. I was a little disgusted.
Yeah, we don't not to get into
Little
that if you
school,
don't
went to
want to.
college, got my degree, got into my career mode. But I still would write my verses on the side. And then finally ran into a cat that I knew from back in the day, my man Fendi C. Watts. He was a dancer. He used to be in a lot of videos and things back in the day. And then I kicked it with him. He was like, yeah, he don't rhyme no more. He used to rhyme too. I was like, damn, why'd you stop rhyming? And he said something to me like, reality can be a rude awakening when you're dreaming. He said that to me, and it just touched the nerve. So I left him. We ran to each other on the train. I left him. I went and I wrote a rhyme about that. That was the hook. And I saw him again. He was like, yo, son, I wrote this joint. I wanted to do a song, and I want that to be the chorus. And he happened to be into producing. The next thing you know, we started making songs together. That was the first one. Then we like, yo, let's do it better this time. Let's get back into the music. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our own label. And that's what we did, and the label is Akustyx. And from there, I did my first album, MANCHILD in the Promised Land. He did his album, Eastern Standard Time. Then I came with the new joint, Days of Future Past. And we've been just doing shows and whatever we could get our hands on, we've been doing it and just upping the ante. You know, putting our own money into ourselves, whatever money we make, we put back into ourselves, and that launches the next project. And that's pretty much, in a nutshell, how it goes down with music for me.
Let me just say, I remember it was a day I was working over at Hank's, and I saw Brad. I was giving him his comic books, and you know he mentioned that you know he was selling an album. He was the guy that was over at the poster of the store, and I was like, okay, you know what? Always like supporting local musicians. Let me get on this. You know, let me get this album, and then I heard it, and since then I have had this. A lot of the songs from Manchild on the Promised Land on my MP3 non-stop.
Good, thanks, bro. That's dope.
No shit. What's it called? Compound number 7.
Yeah, C7.
Rain Fruit, the Astonishing. Damn, that's my workout thing, man. Yo, that's what's up. I still do. All I know. I love that shit. But now I'm hearing Days of Future Past, and this is a far different art breath. Somewhat better, somewhat better and more calmer, I guess. If you don't mind me saying, it's like a whole different narrative. Can you guide me to the process of like what makes Days of Future Past different from Manchild?
Sure. So, Manchild is more about me, my background, my story. It's almost autobiographical to some extent. You with me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Days of Future Past is conceptual. It's based on a comic book. As you know, I sell CDs out of. Hank is good enough to let me sell my CDs out of Bulletproof Comics, and that's because I'm an avid comic book reader. I don't think I'd be good at reading or writing rhymes if it wasn't for comics. I got a lot of vocabulary, a lot of like my queen be laughing at me because like say we watching Jeopardy or we having a conversation, somebody says something, and nobody knows what the hell they talking about, and I happen to know. I'll be like, yo, babe, guess where I learned that? Like, where? Don't tell me. Comic books, right? Yeah. I did. I learned it from comic books because there's so much conversation going on in them. So I love them. You know what I mean? I love to get away and just zone out, read a comic, and go to the Marvel or the DC or the Image or whatever it is, universe, and just leave this place. So there was a comic book called Days of Future Past, and the movie, they were talking about making the movie. And they did, just past summer. And for years, I've been saying I wanted to do a mixtape called Days of Future Past, where I time travel and bounce over different beats of different eras. And the purpose of me time traveling, rocking on these beats, is to teach people what real hip hop is, and to save real hip hop from being assassinated. You know what I'm saying? So that was the concept. I'm trying to save '90s hip hop from being assassinated. I'm time traveling, and that's what I did. I just took the X-Men theme and I ran with it. That
No,
was,
I mean you really ran with it. When I went to CypherCon over at Staten Island, we needed some music to be played on over at the New York Arts Cipher. It's sort of like a hip hop showcase slash graffiti gallery slash I guess comic book convention.
yeah.
And what's it called? They just yesterday I had some songs. I'm like, damn, I don't know what I got. Oh shit, comic booky. I only got no one thing. I got Days of Future Past. I'm putting that shit on the speaker. Next thing you know, everybody's just telling me, "Yo, that shit is so hot. Who's the guy with the X-Men shit? Who's the guy with that episode on the X-Men?" It's like that's my boy R. Braff, man.
Oh
He
man,
just,
I hope you sent them to the website, man. Or the
I just told them to look out for Akustyx Music Group and R. Braff,
Okay,
and I didn't know what the website was at the time, but
it's all good. It's Akustyx, Akustyx.com, AKUSTYX. You know what I mean? .com. But if they just hit me on Facebook or just YouTube, ARBRAF, R Brad, they'll find everything. They'll find me, they'll find C Watts. And we 100% MCs, lyricists. So you can't lose, man. But if you're a comic book head, you're going to love me, man, because it's a part of what I do. So even if I'm not even rapping a song that has to do with comic books, my references, you know what I'm saying, might still touch that.
Danger Room, man.
Well,
Danger Room.
well,
And
actually,
Magneto. Those beats are hot, man.
actually, let's get more into that. Like, what is it? What are some of your favorite like runs or like story arcs of comics?
Oh, man. All right, let's get it popping then.
All right.
Secret Wars is my shit. I love Secret Wars. 1 to 12. Dope. The Beyonder gets beat by Doctor Doom. Snatches infinite power. Um,
Yo, I'm sorry. I remember that
also,
page. Yo, Doctor Doom all fucked up. His armor's all scrapped up, and he's still getting up. And he says, "Just
Good.
bring it."
that shit dope. That's beauty right there. That's persistence beats resistance. And that's my motto, man. And that's it. Like some of these villains are better than the super good guys to me sometimes. Like I love Doctor Doom. Because it don't matter what you do, he's gonna be there because he's Doom. And it's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? But Secret Wars is a big one. All of the Infinity Gauntlets, 1, 2, 3, Infinity War, Infinity Gauntlet. There was another one where I forget which one that one's called, but Infinity something. I love it.
What was it? Infinity Quest?
I think it was Infinity Quest.
Probably Quest. Yeah, I love all that. Anything with Thanos, I'm in, because that's like my ultimate villain. I love.
Oh, there's Infinity Crusade and Infinity Abyss.
There you go, Crusade. Yeah, those are some of my favorite story arcs. What else? I liked in DC. In DC, I was big on the whole what is it? Infinite Earths, Infinity Earths, or something.
Crisis.
Crisis on
Infinite Earths.
Yeah, Crisis on Infinity Earths was crazy. Like that a lot. The whole thing with Spidey in the black suit, whether Spider-Man. Man, Walking Dead is my shit. Love Walking Dead. I'm in. I read all that Walking Dead stuff. What else? Preacher, sick.
Okay, you're my friend now forever.
Sick. So sick. Love Preacher. What else, man? I know I'm missing a zillion different.
I know you were like hype over Spider-Verse, man.
Spider-Verse is dope. So my man Dan Slott, it's my guy. Dan
Yo.
Slott. If he writes it, I'll read it. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
big up
Not
to
gonna lie,
Dan Slott.
He can.
I've met him. He's
Honestly, he
dope.
can kill every Spider-Man there is. But like, if he so much as a touches the head of Peter Porker's head, man, I'll be so mad.
I don't even care, man. He replaced Peter Parker, and that's why I liked him. He
No, I'm
replaced
talking about Peter Parker the pig. I'm not like
Oh, shit. You
serious.
said the or not?
Peter Parker, man.
I don't-
That dude.
Spectacular
man.
Spider-Ham.
I don't do
Spider-Ham,
pork,
man.
bro. I don't do pork. He could fry him quick.
Oh,
Fry and make ribs. I'll feed him to the Hulk. I don't care.
man.
You break my heart, man.
As long as he doesn't touch my boy Kane, man. He had it rough, and I like Scarlet Spider. Hell,
man.
don't even kill Ben. Don't even kill Ben again. He just came back.
First of all, he's one of the clones. Ain't he a clone?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Them
he was
is.
the evil
clones,
clone.
them
He was the
clones
evil
is the
clone.
reason I stopped reading Spider-Man in the first place. Dan Slott brought me back. I stopped reading Spider-Man for years behind them clones. I was like, this is bullshit. I was done. What are you trying to tell me? All the comics I've been reading for all these years ain't happened. That wasn't really Spider-Man. It was a clone. Well, where's the real one? You know what? I don't care. I'm done. And that's how I was. Dan Slott brought me back. So nah, you killed King too. Sorry, bro.
Ah man. Okay. Then who would it take for you to drop Spider-Verse?
Who needs to die?
Who needs to die?
Who needs to die between who and who?
What's it called? Pick a spider. Any spider. Like
Pick a
a lot
spider.
of people.
It would take you to drop Spider Verse.
Yo, I know a lot of people are gonna be pissed off when if Spider-Gwen goes off, but she has an ongoing, so she's safe.
Yo, I don't care about most of those spiders. The only spider I care about is the main one. I like that new one that Peter be having. Every time he get around it, he want to beat it. They get all hot. I like that.
Peter
Spider-Man.
Silk.
Silk?
Like,
Yeah.
Ah
Yeah.
man,
That's,
that
yeah.
Mary Sue. Yo, you saw
see
that
Gwen
what?
Stacy's and him.
What about Miles Morales?
Oh, don't fuck with him. I like him. Spider-Man of color. That shit's dope. In another universe with his space form. Not replacing all Spider-Man, but giving us another one. I think that's dope. He's actually a dope Spider-Man. I enjoy reading that.
Man, I would not be surprised if he's the only thing that survives that whole Ultimate Universe crash thing.
He's
And
the best character. He's the best character to come out of the whole thing. Honestly.
same here. Yeah, I mean, no. Plus, I think they're hyping him up because they want people to forget about Peter now that he's owned by Sony and all that shit.
Miles is owned by Sony too. They own all the Spider properties, dude.
Yeah, they just brought Peter Parker back on Ultimate Universe comic books. So they ain't got
Ah.
He's back again.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
all the spiders are owned by Sony. So like, Sony owns that guy too.
Yeah, but
They
I
wanna
just don't
make-
see him. I don't see him getting hyped for the next event, man. Because all I see is Miles. So like, are you telling me something, Marvel? Is he going to be the new Spider-Man? I'm not going to be mad, but
They can't get rid of the original. They won't just get rid of him, but they'll let them live in the same place. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
Most of us, at least.
the storyline dynamics would be just different because like Miles gets to be what Peter used to be. We're like living at home. Well, he's kind of still living at home, but he's actually 16 and he's not like 20, eternally 24.
that's true. That's like even worse than selling your marriage to Mephisto. Oh shit!
Yeah, that shit was
Fuck.
fun.
Yeah,
Killing
that-
you, man.
He annul the shit out that marriage. It never happened. Thank you very much, Mr. Devil.
I mean,
Um,
that's like the best, that's like the best annulment you could possibly have. Like no alimony, no payments. Like it's just no, didn't happen.
No memory, no nothing. Yeah, that was interesting. Yo, also, I love Silver Surfer. That's not writing Silver Surfer right now, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. It feels a little bit too quirky and fun.
it's like Doctor Who. He straight up says he's making Doctor Who into Silver Surfer. I was like, nope, drop. Sorry.
I don't know how I feel about that. I was hoping he'd kill it like he killed Spider-Man, but I'm gonna keep up with it because Silver Surfer is my favorite hero.
Yeah.
He's so different than all the others.
Have you ever read Silver Surfer Requiem?
I read all Silver. If Silver Surfer's in it, I'll read it.
Yeah, yo. I
Requiem.
love that.
Requiem is pretty much where he kind of sort of dies of a kind of cancerous kind of thing, right, Carlos?
Yeah, and then he goes around like fallen Messiah, fixing like almost the entire universe because everyone's so sad he's gonna pass away. So everyone just stopped their shit for at least a little while to respect his passing. It was very beautiful, and I love that shit. And I think that's the kind of Silver Surfer that should be getting a series, not making him into Doctor Who.
Yeah, he's pretty quirky and funny. I mean, it's kind of cute. I don't like the artwork. I say that the artwork is too fantastic.
Yeah, it's Mike Allred, man. It's like I'm just saying, like,
I have a strong feel. I guess I have a strong liking for that pseudo, for that pseudo 50s look. I guess it has a strong effect on me. So
Yeah, it bothers me. I can't do it.
yeah,
But, you know, to each their own. Again, I'm such a diehard fan. I'll ride out and I'll keep reading and hope for the payoff. It's cute. I like the idea of him. Again, he's not holding it back. He's got himself a little girlfriend. You know, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I like that for him. But you know, I like books that make a difference on the rest of the Marvel universe. I hate books that are so isolated that they like for instance, Deadpool. I used to like Deadpool, but I stopped reading it because it was just so nonsensical. It was like, all right, this is bullshit. It has no effect on nothing else. I'm out.
I think I might know. Like, what is it? aren't there like a couple of there are a couple of writers that had a long run on Deadpool, and like some people like one of them, and like the other one just kind of just made him like a goofier version of what he already was, and it kind of got really weird.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Love comics, man. Love them. Some shit I don't mess with. I don't mess with Fantastic Four. I used to read it, then I stopped after they kind of undid what they were doing. It just got confusing. I just dropped out.
It just like it feels like nobody other than maybe Hickman knows what to do with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like
I mess
they're
with,
too out there.
I mess with Hickman. I mess with Bendis. I like Avengers, even though that shit is kind of hard to grasp. Also,
Yo, I don't
Wait,
know
aren't there
how
like
do
four
you.
teams? Aren't there like four teams? Seriously?
yeah,
Yeah,
that
like
the
one
black
is a multiversal team and the other one is a tech team and the other one's a high concept team. It's like I don't know how the hell do you keep going on that
the
weekly.
Mighty Avengers, which is cool. I like the concept. I like the characters. Blue Marvel, Luke Cage.
Wait, Mighty Avengers?
Yeah,
Oh man,
Oh, the
yo,
street level ones? Okay.
I'm gonna have to hug you right now, man. I'm gonna hug you right now. That's my shit. That is my shit.
but I'm worried about it. You know what I mean? Because if they don't do the right thing and they keep it so they fight vampires and shit. Like didn't Doctor Strange kill all the vampires back in the '80s? Like I don't even understand how you
They
did.
always come. They always come back, and they needed
Come
an
on,
excuse to have Blade here.
Arbaf, come on, listen. As a hardworking black man, do you want to put Blade out of a job?
Man,
Do you
being,
want to say, do you want to say that? I'm telling this right now. Do you want to put Blade out of a job?
Lady,
it's
there's
R
the
graph, but if R graph is too much,
I'm sorry.
oh man.
it's a graph,
He
and
was
I'm
too
good.
much that he broke the computer in half, man.
Nah, I'm good. But I'm just saying, just say graph. It ain't that hard. It's easy. You know what I mean?
All
Graph,
right.
like math.
Well, let me ask. You explored yourself with Manchild, and you
Yeah.
explored time and the X-Men in Days of Future Past. What next project do you think about doing?
Next project is actually right now it's called Mezzanine, and Mezzanine is
Mezzanine.
yeah. I just like
Fancy.
I like the way the words sound. I'm a wordsmith. I love language, but aside from that, two me in between two stories, and I'm gonna be giving you between my two stories too, because I'm a school teacher and I'm an MC. I had a kid tell me the other day, yo, it must be cool to have a rapper for a teacher. I thought that shit
That
was
that actually sounds pretty badass.
Actually, what is it? There
I'm
was
gonna
a
kind of
there was a comic. There was like a educational comic that like I covered recently that you might find interesting actually.
Called
maybe
Reading with Pictures.
Yeah, I interviewed several of the writers and the publisher like
always,
pretty recently.
you know. So, I mean, like, I look up to KRS-One, you know what I mean, the teacher. I look up to people like Nas who teach through their lyrics, people like Jay-Z
Oh
who also
man.
teach through their lyrics, people like Rakim who teach through their lyrics. So you got to talk about something if you're going to talk. And I don't want you to just be, I don't want to write raps about school necessarily. You feel me? But I
Yeah.
will talk about history and, you know, whatever it is that I learned in my travels. So when you say it's a comic book, I'm not sure. Like it kind of feels like I don't know if I like that. But you know, again, I do deal with both worlds, and I don't see a big difference between the two of them, man. Rap is rhythm and poetry. So whatever you say, if you're talking about something, somebody's gonna learn from it. If all I'm saying is drop it like it's hot, bust it open, I'm still teaching. If you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm teaching you about strip club culture. To my
Yes.
I don't do the strip club too tough. You know what I mean? They didn't chicks be having me in there feeling like a trick. I can't just be. I don't feel comfortable tricking money off because I came up in a different culture, right? It was like, yo, man, but no dough. You know, Ghostface album, and he be like, yo, keep it looking good and all that, but no dough. Like I came up on that culture. So this culture is completely opposite, right? It's like, yeah, I make it rain. I'm throwing mad money at this strange chick I don't know because her butt big. I've been bagging chicks with big butts for years for free, so it don't connect with me. You know what I mean? It don't relate to me. I can't get into it. But
Ah,
again, those guys are teaching too. But I love the KRSs and the Rakims and the Nas and the J's because they teach you so many different things. And I might throw Jay in there, and you might wonder, like, why are you throwing Jay in there? What's he teaching? Now, Jay is teaching you about economics. You know what I'm saying? From reasonable doubt, that's what he's been doing. And he's he's the king capitalist in hip hop, and I respect that too. But he talks about it. You can learn about those things. So that's my thing. You got to be saying something, and
not
not
to mention, he's not like well, not this is not Dre. I love Dr. Dre, but how long has he been on his ass saying that he's gonna be doing this album and not, and he's just
No, no,
releasing rappers?
he's always been that way pretty much.
Yeah,
Dr. Dre takes a long time on his album so that he's able to make sure things are at a much higher level of quality, so that he doesn't end up like some other guys who just push stuff out
yeah, but
and their name drops and they don't mean much and stink.
I know, but it's like that was like a decades ago, and I respect Jay a little more because he's yes, he's like king capitalist, like he's on top of the world, but he's still working, he's still putting it out there, he's still, I don't know, restless. You know what I mean? That he hasn't rested on his laurels. He's still going out there. Plus, he gave the Barclays Center. Even that, how many King Capitalist hip hop artists have ever made such grand gesture for Brooklyn?
Did I coin a phrase or what? King capitalist? I just started some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trademark Acoustics.
Nice. I'm about to trademark. I'm gonna copyright that right quick. King capitalist. That might be a song on Mezzanines.
That sounds like a really good song. You can make it about like a Robert Barron type of guy.
Hey, why not? Why not? That's real life.
Yeah, we did it. We did it, man.
And that's gangster. What, Robert Barron? Come on, how gangster is that? So yeah, I don't see a difference between point A and point B. I think it's all it's all connected. Put it like that. It's not about linear. It's about circular. It all comes back to the same thing. So we can talk about any and everything, man. It's all open.
Hey, let me going back to what you said about trying to teach hip hop is a form of teaching to young children as well. I always thought that hip hop had permeated the American culture so much, at least like in the major cities, that I always thought years down the line when kids are looking at the history books, you're gonna be seeing stuff about KRS-One and Dr. Dre and Jay-Z alongside the names of George Washington, Martin Luther King, uh, John Rockefeller,
I don't know.
that kind of thing.
I
Like,
don't think you would see those names in the same paragraph so much.
Yeah.
Only because some are more political than others, some had more power than others. I don't think it would be the same conversation exactly. But I will say that those MCs, a lot of them have impacted the world in a really positive, some even in a negative way, but they've had an impact. So they will be remembered, I hope. Our only fear is that because it's a capitalist society, you'll only hear about the ones who made the most money. So you'll probably hear about, I don't know, Nelly and shit, and not hear about KRS-One. Like, that'd be some ironic bullshit.
Honestly,
Okay,
I thought within hip hop's culture, like that's already happened like at least twice. Like
Make a lot of money doesn't mean it
one
should be
like
remembered.
when the culture first hit the mainstream, like, and they tried to strip out all the substance away from it, and then when they did it again in around the '90s, kind of, because like that's what I felt has happened at least twice with that genre.
I'm sorry, I got cut off a little bit. What happened?
No, like for me, I felt like hip hop has gotten like a lot of its pretty much essence stripped out of itself at least like twice.
Well, here's the thing. Hip-hop didn't get shit stripped out of it. Hip-hop is going to always be hip-hop. I
Yeah.
think what's happened is there's been the old switcheroo, you know what I mean, where people have taken the route of getting more money in America, which means you got to appease suburban white America, which means that, you rapping over EDM and all that type of stuff, and you're forgetting about giving shine to the boom bap, that straight beatbox and a cipher, banging
I
on
kind
that.
of feel I guess I kind of more feel like that's more like a shift of musical taste because that's become more popular. I thought I as I understood it, I thought the guys who tend to just talk straight up only about partying, they use that because it's just a broader message. Because if I start talking about people in the streets and start using the language of Brooklyn and like talking about Lucy's and stuff like that, like it's harder for people to catch references.
But
For a
it's
party
not.
song, there are less references, so it's easier to carry.
I don't feel like there's anything wrong with talking about street messages and using street slang. Honestly,
I guess
people
I don't feel that's
love
wrong.
people
I guess I
love
don't feel
our street slang. America loves our street slang. They love all of that code that they gotta have a hard time trying to break. They love that shit and they emulate it to the point where it joins the Webster's dictionary. Words that we were using that they didn't understand, now they use it all the time. They
yeah,
late,
bang and all that.
but they use it. They love it. But it's easier to put it in a bottle and sell it. So how do I
Yeah.
put something in a bottle? Anything in a bottle has a set of ingredients. Well, what are the ingredients going to be? They're going to pick the ingredients that they have seen to be proven and tested to sell. So what happens is you get stuck on one sound. So the party shit is what usually works, and the real ignorant, violent, degrading to black folks type of shit is always going to work. And of course, the strip club shit. And people think that that's just a given, but it's not, because that was never part of hip hop culture. I mean, just growing up in the hood. I mean, I was in the hood with the thugs and we were doing our thing. We weren't going to the strip club though. That came about later on. Maybe it's because I was younger and maybe we weren't old enough to go. I don't know, but it was never really something we really dwelled on. We just bagged shorties. It was all about having that G, being able to holler at a shorty and bagger. But now it's like, yo, you don't got to have no game. You just need money, go to the strip club, and that's what you're taught. And women are objects, and you just buy them and you keep it moving. That's some shit that was bought into the culture and put on the ingredients. Like, yeah, this works, so keep on pushing that.
Yeah, because also you also have ingredients where it's easy for you to make a video because all the lighting of the strip club already has it. You already have an excuse for having all the women already in the frame,
Right.
and it explains itself.
Yeah. It's eye
Hey,
candy.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we got a new guest over here.
Yo, what's up,
My
guys?
boy, Maxfield Stanton, Net Fright, what's up?
What's
Yeah,
going on, man? I'm still deep in the remnants of the Black Friday stuff. So I'm at Best Buy right now, picking up a couple of last minute little things.
Yo, my boy Net Fright, he's a producer on his off time, and I wanted to see if he could ask you some stuff about, putting out beats and stuff. This here's our breath from Akustyx.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How you?
I'm good, man. Good, man. So how long you been did y'all ask these questions already, or am I just
Y-
like
Yeah, we kind of covered the origin.
okay? So
Um,
what questions should I pretty much ask?
uh, well, what's it called? Like, what kind of beats do you do, Neff?
I
'Cause
do everything. I do hip hop, EDM. I do everything. So, in terms of music that makes you move and stuff. So how long you been doing this?
Well, I've been seriously moving as an independent artist on my own label for, I'd say, the last 4 years.
Oh,
But
okay.
I've been spitting forever, man. Shit.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Same, same here, man.
You know what I mean? I'm an adult. You know what I mean? I ain't just come out of
Real.
high school. I'm doing this
No
since high
doubt,
school.
no doubt, no
Yeah,
doubt, man. I've been
spit that shit. Like, I came up with
exactly. So what do you use
cats
to
and
produce?
I remember when Wu first performed at the Fever in New York, and the METHOD jumped on.
Same here.
Like, yeah, man, I've been doing this shit for a minute. Like, I came up school by the back.
Same here.
So when you talk about
No
beats,
doubt.
the name Brath is also an acronym. It stands for beats, rhymes, and flows. And that's pretty much all you need once you add the substance to it. And that's my thing. So if you got all kinds of beats, I need to talk to you. You know what I mean? Because if you really got all kinds of beats, then I need to holler at you. We need to build. Because I'm looking for that boom bap, the foundation of hip hop. But I need the best of 2015 as well. I need that bass that rattle your bones. You know what I'm saying? But I need that original creativity also twisted up in there so that it doesn't sound like anything else. Because I feel like the problem with producers today is they're all trying to sound
yo, Neff, you on?
like me. So people listen to
I'm here.
what's that new sound? So if you got that, I'll be your best friend. Let's go.
No, that's what's up. That's nice.
That's right.
Yo,
We're
man.
trying to hook you up, man.
Oh man. Well, yo, we can link up, man. We can link up whenever you down, man.
All right, I'm down yesterday. Let's do it.
So where you at? Where you are based? Where you at right now? Like in like
I'm in
you
Brooklyn,
in-
man. I'm in Brooklyn.
you in Brooklyn? Oh, okay. No, I'm in.
Marcy.
Okay, so you from Marcy, or you just
So we're doing business live on this podcast.
That's right. We're seeing the artistic process right here between the producer and the rapper, and see how they
Beautiful music. Yeah, like you got to make sure you hit me. Like you got a site with some beats where I can listen to them and do it. If you need my email, I'll send you my email. You can send me some beats. If you want to meet with me and just play some stuff for me, I'll meet with you. But we need to move forward and do it, man, because I'm looking for production right now for my next project.
Do that, man. Just they'll give you my number, my mobile number, and we could do it from there. We could like start from there, man.
All right, let's do it.
What production stuff do you use, Breath?
When you say production stuff, what do you mean?
Like,
Like do you use software, hardware? What do you use, like MPC or
All right,
Reason or?
he's talking about recording then, because I don't make beats.
Oh, okay, you don't really make beats. Okay, okay, you
Now,
don't
now,
make
when I
beats.
say beats, my name is Beats, Rhymes, and Flows. That's what Brad stands for. So what I'm saying is, that's what I'm about. I'm about beats. I'm about rhymes and flows. I'm about style and substance. So I'm always looking for that right beat. I'm not gonna rap over every single beat you put on. You know what I'm saying? My thing
So
is,
let me
I
ask you
want
a
to.
question. Let me ask you a question. Do you like listen to hip
I
hop
let the
from?
beat tell the story. Right. It's a 50-50. It's a give and take. So the beat gives me a certain message, and I gotta
Right.
follow that, and we work together. I'm not gonna just rap the same way through everything. So I'm looking for beats that fit. In terms of recording, I record in my own studio. I use Pro Tools, and that's it. From there, I go holler at my man Alex.
That's what's up.
He does the engineering out in Queens, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes I'll check my man Sid uptown. Man, okay, that's how it goes. Man, Brian Sid.
That's what's up. So do you listen to hip hop, or do you
Yeah.
collaborate with hip hop from, like, hip hop artists from different countries, or
Oh, hell yeah.
you know?
Hell yeah, I'll
Okay.
collaborate. If it's dope, I'm with you, man. So I like if you listen to MANCHILD in the Promised Land, I got tracks from producers all over the place, from as far as like shit. Man, I want to say,
Uh,
all right, we got my man Rybird. He did C7, right? Rybird
yes.
actually, Rybird is actually a brother from a guy from Louisiana, an army vet. You know what I'm saying? Like he's real
so
with it. Real cool dude. I got tracks from Jersey, from Brooklyn. I've collabed with a producer from Germany. Um, like different people. It doesn't matter where you're from, man. As long as they got that. As long as I like the music, I'm in. I don't care where
it's
you're
got
from.
flavor. As long as it's dope and got flavor. I know.
Yo, who's Astonishing Ant, man?
So
Cause
the Astonishing Ant. So that's a producer. He's from the Bronx, and I came across him online. I don't even know him personally. I came across him online when I used to be on this site called what site was that? Damn, I used to be on there all the time. I can't even remember no more. But I used to be on there a lot, and I would collab with different people in California, different places, and he had that beat up there. It was originally about sneakers. That was the idea. It was called Just for Kicks, and it was about kicks. And I heard the shit. And his name is the Astonishing Ant. I'm like, yo, hold up, the
I want to
Astonishing,
make.
and I just
Okay.
went in. And he was
So
all
it's
good. I threw it on the album, the product of the Bronx.
and where can people get Man Child in the Promised Land? Cause you told me that this was the only one that was had a digital release.
Yeah, so this is actually like on a lot of different sites, but I just direct everybody to iTunes. So on iTunes, you can get it there. Just look up our draft, look up Acoustics or Man Child in the Promised Land, and you'll put it in, and just click on one song, it'll lead you to all the other songs. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 20, what is it, 17 tracks on there? That's digital. The newest joint isn't online yet, because with that, that's actually I just made a limited amount of copies of hard copies of that CD, that mixtape, because it's a mixtape. So I'm actually time traveling. I got a couple of original tracks on there, but most of them are like beats from different time periods. So I'm rhyming over everything from Nas, Jay, to Marvin Gaye, and Grover Washington Jr. You know what I mean? I'm just time traveling, so I got different people's tracks on there, so it's not something that I want to put online to sell. You know what I mean? That's not how you do it. But what I do is, I was blessed to have a brother by the name of Stephen Wilcox, based in California, who's a comic book artist. Drew a comic book cover for me, and we just blew up the
Ah,
cover and turned it into lithographs. So what I'm doing is when I ask people to buy the CD, I'm really asking them to donate $10 to get in a lithograph and get some music, and that's how that works. Once that limited amount is run through, then maybe I'll have like a free download or something like that. But I'm not so big on the whole free music thing, man, because you put money to make money. You know what I mean? I gotta put the money into it to make the music. And just giving it away is a disservice to myself, man. This is not just like I write a rap every day and I don't give a shit about what I say. I'm just saying some nonsense. I'm flowing. Nah, I put thought into everything I write, man. Seriously.
so that
Hopefully you get a chance to play some of the music today on your show, because I mean, honestly, if you listen to the music, you'll see like, yo, this dude puts thought into it. I equate it to like Nas. People listen to Nas back in the day and be like, yo, he be taking like 2 years to make an album, but he did that for a reason. He was looking at quality control. But
Yeah.
nowadays, it's all about quantity and getting it out to the masses. You got to make an album every couple of months, and you're putting out free albums and every month to make them remember who you are. Nah, that's not my thing, man. Because if I'm rapping like crazy like that all the time, you're gonna lose the quality. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying? You
see,
gotta put thought into it.
yo, man, see, I kind of wish that I was home right now so that I could, you know, be relaxed and really get deep down because I'm like I'm a hip hop historian as well. I'm a dude that you know, I have so many hip hop albums. I've been, around to the venues. I used to go to Lyricist Lounge back in the days.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Back
Definitely. Sit
back
on
in the
that shit.
'90s, yeah, what I'm saying. Like I'm that type of dude that I was around the whole, because I love turntablism.
Yeah.
I love like the whole, all state, all different aspects of hip hop. So I'm that dude that I really wish I could, really just sit down, buckle down, and talk to you. The show has only so much time.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
could do it
you
in
do.
person.
What's it called? What's it called? Said that you were coming in like at 5 a.m. and like, oh shit, I got Neff on this. It gotta be big. It gotta be. And then like, well, what?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Who? Oh, nah, dude. I don't know, man. I just be because I've been working my ass off and stuff. So, hey, how you? Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. All right. I'm just continue what y'all saying. Hold on.
Uh, One thing I noticed over at what's it called? Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
That yeah, heard the narrative that you were trying to do, the whole time traveling aspect,
Yeah.
but the way the beats worked, it felt less like you in that era and more taking that era and putting your own spin on it. You know how I feel? It's like
Exactly.
it was
Exactly.
still like
That's what I'm
all
talking
you.
about. Right. That's the point. Like I'm trying to say, I'm saying, all right, well, I'm going through times, but this is hip hop. So I'm giving you that kind of hip hop you got, style and substance, bars and hooks that you got in the '90s at the peak of hip hop when you had the Wu-Tang first came out, when Nas was doing his thing, and like I'm giving you that type of style and more, and I'm doing it at different times, as if to say, well, this is how you do it. I'm trying to school you, and I'm trying to make sure that y'all don't get caught up in all that commercial stuff and miss the point. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is
Yeah,
all about getting that point across. It's all about an MC is a master of communication, a microphone controller, a master of ceremonies, and that's what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like communicate something, and that's my point. But you do it with style. So that's what I'm
yo,
doing. I'm not trying to kick my rhymes in the style of that period. Shit, that's not being honest. That's not me. Now I'm doing what I do all over those beats of all those different times to show you this is what it is. This is how it's done.
oh man. If I could feel, on the drop of that, it's like
Nice.
it is nice. It's nice. The only track, one of the tracks that got me angry though was "Sound Fake,"
Why?
and it's because it was getting good
Uh huh.
and then it was done.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I got 23 joints on there, and I didn't want to oversaturate the people with anything and make it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to
Yeah,
OD. Yeah, I
but it
think the
was
people
like it's
are
so
already
good. Like,
OD. Like who makes 23 songs on a CD anymore? Like cats will give you 10 songs and be like, yeah, that was the LP. Deuces, I'm out. Give me $10. Like I'm not doing that to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I would not, like my thing is I don't ever want to ask for more than $10 for a CD, no matter what the hell happened. Because I came up when I used to go to the record store. I went to the record store, son, the record store, the real records, vinyl and shit.
vinyls.
When they was like $7.99 for an album. So I feel like $10 is cool. It's music. It might change your life, but it's still just music. This is a luxury. This isn't.
Oh, well, I'd still expect like next album, like a full extended version of "Sound Fake," man.
Well, you
That
know
would,
what? That's a Jay-Z Drake beat. You know what I'm saying? That would have to be on some mixtape or type of something. Unless I come across that producer who could give me that beat that fits that energy, and we can make a whole new version. I'll give you two more verses. In fact, I'll even give you two more verses. I get two more MCs that I respect and get their two verses. Their verse each and put them on there, so you get three whole different flavors. I'll do that, but I need the right
yo,
production. Hint, hint,
mezzanine cannot come soon enough, man.
hint, hint.
Is it mezzanine or mezzazine? I'm so
Mezzanine. So let me tell you where mezzanines came from. I used to go to school. No, I used to work on Broadway downtown, but actually in Manhattan, by Brooklyn Bridge. And when you get off the train on Brooklyn Bridge, when you're going up the stairs, there's a sign that says "This way to mezzanines." And I used to be like, "What the fuck is a mezzanine?" I just liked the way the word sounded, and I looked it up, and it was like between two stories, between two floors. I think, oh shit, that's dope. Between two stories, between two floors. Maybe I'm between two. I'm telling two different stories. You know what I mean? I'm gonna use that for my album, and I've been saying that shit for years. The same way I was saying I'm gonna do Days of Future Past for years. It got done. Mezzanines is coming, man. And after Mezzanines, or maybe before Mezzanines, because we got a lot of stuff already done. I gotta make an album with my partner C. Watts. You know what I mean? Because his album is out right now. That's on iTunes as well. That's called Eastern Standard Time, and he's one of the cats that made me want to rhyme. So he's dope. He get busy.
What is Eastern Standard Time about? Is it more autobiographical like MANCHILD in the Promised Land, or something different?
It's his approach is different from mine. That's my partner, right? Both of us founded Akustyx Entertainment, the label. And that cat, what he did was he just put a bunch of good songs on one album. It's not like a concept album. It's Eastern Standard Time because we from New York. You know what I'm saying? That's our time. That's our time zone. He said, "This is what it is where I'm at." That's what he's saying. And he's doing his thing. It's dope. It's just really good music. So what we've been planning to do from the beginning is we were going to do my album, his album, then an album together. But what ended up happening was it was my album, his album, and my mixtape. So I think with that, it's all about that Libra shit, that balance. So I feel that he wants to do, from what we were talking about, I think he wants to do like some kind of mixtape or something else right now. He's already working on it. And then we'll probably get to the album we do together. But, because we got a bunch of songs that are already recorded together that's sick. We just didn't find a project to put them on. So that's what they're for. They're just kind of like bullets in the clip, just waiting. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to come too. I don't know what we're going to call it, but that's going to be sick in itself because he's fire. And I ain't playing. So you put it together, it's going down.
Is Eastern Standard Time also available on Akustyx.com?
Well, if you go to Akustyx.com, you're going to see a link to his music as well as my music. So that's my partner. So if I'm there, he there. And you can find his album on iTunes as well.
So we're gonna post that right under the right under the link of this video description of this
yeah,
podcast.
You spell his name C like I see, S-E-E, and Watts like electricity, W-A-T-T-S, C Watts.
Yeah, like a lot of his songs I heard is like really dope.
Some of the songs you named that you like, he's on those songs. Like you said, you like All I Know. He's on that with me. I got a song. Matter of fact, on MANCHILD and the Promised Land, I got a song called Watts, where he's just doing his thing and I'm on the hook. I just gave him the space to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? And he killed it. So yeah.
I hope he continues being the presence over at Akustyx, man. It's like really good beats, man.
Thank you, man. He made some of those beats as well on MANCHILD and the Promised Land because he produced it as well. He kind of got more to his MC thing lately. I dusted off his mic for him or some shit because he stopped producing and got into rapping. You know what I mean? Just charged him up. But man, sometimes I wish he would also produce too because it's hard for me to find a producer who made beats that I like, man. I'm real picky. I miss those tracks he used to come out with, you know what I mean? We trying to talk him into it, but his pen game is sick, so I can't even argue with him.
Yo, man, you got me like kind of like you got me kind of revving up here, man. I'm getting excited.
Yo, why you think I brought you in, man?
Yo, check us out, man. Akustyx.com. I got a bunch of songs here. The music speaks for itself. I'm on SoundCloud under Art Braff. I'm on Facebook under Art Braff. I'm on Reverb Nation under Akustyx. I'm on Twitter, Akustyx. I'm all over the place. Like, wherever the hell y'all doing it at, we got it for you there. Just listen. Like, that's all I ask. Once you hear the shit, if you don't like it, you don't like it, but I doubt you won't like it. Because it's such a... It's like hip-hop right now is a desert, and we got that oasis.
Right.
Listen, I talk to young folks. I talk to teenagers and shit. And a lot of them don't even listen to hip-hop at all because it's bullshit. They be like, it's bullshit. I don't listen to that. I listen to K-pop. What the fuck is K-pop? Korean pop?
Well, I think that a lot of people...
Like Gangnam Style.
Well, check this out. I think a lot of people that say hip-hop is dead, all that stuff, I think that they listen to a small circle of hip-hop. They're not really broad with it, in terms of what they listen to. Because to me, this is some of the best eras of hip-hop there ever was. You have you have so many dudes around the world just making this fly stuff, and most of it, you can find it on the internet. It's
Yeah,
just
like for me, like there's a guy I really like from England named Akela. Like he's an English rapper. Like
Yeah,
I just love his rap. He's amazing. Like
yeah,
yeah.
he's like new Nas, honestly.
yeah, it's like I
You
listen
gotta
because
hit
I
me
listen
on that, man.
because from like Europe, I listen to guys like Dirty Diggers. I listen to Glade. I listen to Mr. Tibbs. I listen to a lot of cats from all over the world. And to me, if all you listening to is like Waka Flocka or ASAP Mob, and I like those cats. I think they talent. I think they, I like them. But if
Yeah.
that's what you're listening to, then you need to broaden your horizons. That's what I feel. Because everybody always saying hip hop is dead. Hip hop, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, hip hop is dead in the mainstream, in American mainstream. Yeah, it's dead, but it's like that's not hip hop though. That's just the window of hip hop. The real grit of hip hop is you have to dig and go down in the basement and then dig on the basement floor to go in the sewer. That's where you're gonna find hip hop alive and well. And
You're
if
gonna
anything,
find your Gennaro Jarrells and your MF Dooms
there you
and
go.
your Black Delicious.
You
And
know,
yeah,
shout out my man Salazar, Underground Society. These are the cats that inspired me to rhyme. My OTR heads, you know what I mean? And that's the same thing that they talk about. Underground for what? Underground because they be coming with that grime and that grit, that dirty, that street shit, dirt under your nails type of music.
Exactly.
Hard bars, you know what I'm saying? Hooks and punchlines and concepts, that shit, you know what I mean? That's missing. But I gotta say that I like ASAP. I like a lot of the cats. Like, there's not too much coming out of New York that you can even hear. So the little bit that I hear, I'll say, well, ASAP is the closest thing. The Joey Badasses, those kids are actually.
Yo, Joey Badass is one of the nastiest, dopest cats out here, man. He's a young dude, but the dude sound like freaking Tribe mixed with Black Moon and stuff. He got that. He just got that.
I'll say this, man. I came up in the era when them cats was doing it. I ain't gonna say he like them, but I say that.
No, he has that. No, I'm saying.
Oh, here we go.
Direction. He's in the right direction, and I like that. I like that
he has that.
those cats. He's trying to bring that shit to the table, and I love that. He's talking about bars and hooks and style and substance and shit. I love that. I love that.
But when I say he reminds, when I say
he'll remind you of that. Yeah, he'll remind you of that.
Because he has that straight from the hood street type thing, but he also mixes it with, a lot of creativity and a lot of, other stuff. He ain't just a dude that's just talking about,
Get money over everything.
Yeah. He's talking about, he could do like hard stuff, but he can also do, a lot of conscious stuff. Yeah, he could do like a message. Like he could give us a message with it, and his production is crazy.
He got Command Me and all that. I also gotta say a lot of the cats that I came up listening to is still spitting and they ain't lost the step, man. Like MOP. I love MOP. And they got some shit out right now that's crazy. Crazy.
It's quiet.
Bars for days. I don't even know if y'all up on that MOP shit, but there's some cats from before who still spit that got it. They ain't miss a step, man.
Yeah, I agree. And it's far and few between. Because Ghostface to me is one of the from the cats back in the days. He's one of the few rappers that's just as good, if not better, than he was back in the '90s.
Yeah, he improves. He improves his time. Ghost is that kind of MC. I love Ghost music. When he does it, I love Most. When he spits, I know Most does a lot of singing and stuff. And some of my favorite songs from him is him singing. But when he really get his mind to spit, he says some profound shit. Talib do his thing too. He's still around doing his thing. There's a lot of Black Thought. Shit, one of my favorite MCs. Man. Black Thought, serious man. Who fucking with Black Thought? Give him a mic, he will spit all day long, put you to sleep, make you want to a hot ass verse. You know what I mean? There's a song he got with Raekwon and Joey Badass where he body that shit. He killed everything in the session. I don't know if y'all heard it, but he say some shit about Somali pirates. Maybe we want to throw a fucking bottle across the street at somebody. This shit was hard. But people don't know, like, these are lyricists, man. This is the type of shit that we came up on. So every time I spit a verse, I'm trying to fucking kill these motherfuckers because I came up listening to them. So I'm like, I gotta write some shit that they would be like, yo, he beasted. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's the bar. They set the bar. Your Ghost Faces, your CL Smooths. I don't hear too much from them now, but damn, it's dope.
I mean, every now and then, you hear, because he does a lot of work overseas, and so, because he did an album back in 2010 Six, and it wasn't with Pete Rock, but it was still decent. Still had some type of production, and you still hear him every now and then on like a news track on like say like a foreign DJ's mix album or something like that. I mean, he still sound like CL Smooth. He still sound like anytime you hear CL Smooth to this day, with stuff that he still comes out with, he still makes you saying, "Yo, man, I want him to get back with Pete Rock."
Yeah.
So a lot of these cats are doing a thing that from back in the day, they're just not in the limelight like they used to be.
Exactly. But what's the thing though? We living in New York. Like one thing about New York is, man, we real cocky, and we feel like everything revolves around us. So if we don't know about it, that shit don't mean nothing, which is bullshit. Because honestly, a lot of them old school MCs, your Brand Nubians, your Wu-Tang, your Nas's, cats even from before that, are still down. And people across seas love that shit. They're not fucking with all this other shit that's coming on out here. They're not fucking with EDM. They messing with hip hop and graffiti. They are grassroots. They living in Beat Street right now. And we over here thinking that we know what's what. We don't. We missing out on the underground movement. My thing is, I need my music to reach those people, because those people will love what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? They love that shit. I just need the vehicle to get my music to them correctly, to where I can get paid for it, so it can pay for itself, so I can have that money to pay for that ticket and go do them shows out there and build up that fan base. That's the focus, man.
So
That's
have you?
Actually, I know a guy in a similar situation. What is it? Have you heard of a guy named Freddie Holloway?
Nah, not yet. Not till today.
Okay, pretty much. He's a guy who I knew really closely, and like he used to rap a lot harder before, and he's really loved in Germany, actually.
Yeah.
Like
Germany is one of those places, man, where they love hip hop. Like we need to get.
they have the battle. They have the Battle of the Year contest over there.
Yeah. Or you look at those breakdancing battles. You ever look at those breakdancing battles? Them shits be crazy. They took breakdancing and evolved it. And you don't see no New York crew out there. You see France,
rarely, rarely.
China, Japan,
Korea.
You see everybody doing the foundation. And you see cats from here who do it, and they still stuck on the old moves from the 80s. Like, yo, you ain't evolved your shit since then? So what's going on? So we need to use the internet to make the world smaller and actually acknowledge that and say, well, we need to up our game so we can get involved with what's going on. Not be cocky and say I'm in New York and everybody got to be doing what I'm doing. I hear a lot of shit come out of New York and it be whack. Dudes be stuck. Yo, listen, I'm trying to bring back that 90s style and substance, but I don't want to sound like I'm in the fucking 90s. Don't get me twisted. That shit's bad. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? But it's like 2014, but you got to have certain things, like certain values. Such as, if I'm a rap, I'm going to say something. That's a value. It ain't necessarily I'm rapping a rhyme from the 90s, though. Because I hear stuff from the 90s, and they be like, yo, you stuck. I hear dudes come back out, and they be sound like they still there, and it don't sound good. I don't want that. That's not what I'm about. Don't get me mixed up with nobody. That's not what I'm doing. I feel like I'm the missing link.
So let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Yo, so have you done any touring or anything like that? Like,
No, so here's the thing. I'm my own label. So
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
I've been in Cali doing shows. I've been, I've been that far to perform. I performed in Louisiana real quick. I've done stuff in right across a little bridge into Jersey. Done a lot of shit in New York. That's not touring. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and call that touring. That's not touring. I want to tour. But I need to figure out those connections to figure out how to make that lucrative. Because here's the thing. You could be dope, but you could be doing all these damn shows for free. And that shit don't make no sense if I'm traveling and paying to get there and I got to be paid working for free. I know what I do is worth money. I know it's valuable. I can stand up in the street, kick a verse, and people will be like, what the fuck? That shit is dope. What's that? You know what I'm saying? But I need to figure out the vehicle to be able to turn this into a more lucrative thing where I can tour, where I can get that tour bus or whatever it might be, or drive myself. But I need to make sure that when I get to those places, I'm getting paid to do it. Because I want to tour, I want to go across seas bad as fuck. I want to go to England. I want to go to Germany and do the shows out there, but I need those connects. So that's why I do this. That's why I do these online shows and connect with people and spend time online connecting with people, trying to make that first connect, that right connect that can lead me in the right direction to get where I'm going. You know what I'm
Oh man, well, we wish you like all the luck in the world, man. More people need to get hooked up on our Braf, man. We are almost out of time, but Just
Plus,
want
I
to
am open opportunity to
double,
help.
triple, quadruple make you sure. Acoustics,
Yes, sir.
Arbraf, Manchild in the Promised Land, Watts, Eastern Standard Time,
Yeah.
available on iTunes,
Uh-huh.
available through acoustics.com.
Yeah.
Mezzanine is coming soon. Days of Future Past is. How can people get Days of Future Past? Because this is still a good
Listen,
album.
there's only a couple of them left. Like I only made a limited amount. Those are collector's items. They're all autographed. They're all numbered.
Yeah,
So
I got
you gotta,
that.
if you don't go see Hank and go to Bulletproof and get that, the only other way you can get that is if you email me. You hit me up online, I'll mail it to you. Hit my PayPal and I'll send it to you. You know what I'm saying? You can find me at rbraf, ARBRAF on Facebook, rbraf on Facebook, and acoustics.com is the website, which will lead you to any other site that I'm on. So, whatever works for you, man. But holler at me like that, and I'll get it to you, man. It's nothing. PayPal is easy, right? You just know my email, Acoustics. That's all you need to know. You can find me, and I'll get it to you. Once they're gone forever. You know what I'm saying? You'll never get that hard copy. You'll never get that autograph, that number, that one of whatever it might be. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta add
Uh,
value to it, man. Because right now, people are giving away music like their music ain't shit. And a lot of times it sounds like it ain't shit. That's not what we doing. We giving you
it's like
quality.
it's mad weird because you see everybody, a lot of wannabe rappers over there at Times Square telling you, "Yo, pick up this album. This shit will change your life," and like it
Yeah.
winds up like being the same shit that you
Same
hear on the radio.
money over everything. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you.
Meanwhile, you hear like the really good guys, just putting them out on the SoundCloud, on YouTube, and anything, just trying to get exposure where they should be the one getting the money.
Hey, man, I ain't afraid to be out there selling that. You might see me out there selling that CD, but when you see it, it's gonna look different from everything else that you see. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the same. I
That's
be out
true. That's true.
I've been out there, man. I've been out in the streets getting shit off and all that. It's just that I live, you know what I'm saying? I'm in mezzanines, right? I'm between two stories. So I got my 9 to 5 and I got this. So I don't have time all the time to be really out there in the streets selling CDs. When I get it, we get them summers off. I'll be out there. You know what I'm saying? Getting it. I'll be out there, getting it out to the people. People in London, people in New York, wherever you at. You coming through New York, I see everybody. I didn't sell CDs to people from out of the country and all that. Get that to your country. Let people hear it. I mean, we get good feedback too, man. But it's a slow grind, man. It's a slow grind. But I'm so confident that it's gonna pay off. I don't even have no doubt. Persistence beats resistance, in the words of Mr. Magic. You know what I'm saying? And he's so right.
That's what's up.
Yo, let me just, I know you don't want to give shit out for free. Can we at least get a small, tiny little sample of your greatness? Can our Brav spit some cipher right now, man,
Hell
to
yeah.
lead us off?
Shit. Hell yeah. Man, what should I do? I got verses all fucking day, man. All right, let's do it. Not a player, but I be macking, son. Sipping on Guinness World Dragons and Macassons. Sometimes I want to laugh watching all these rappers run, chasing record deals, stepping on each other's heels, brandishing they steel. Wildin' like Logan, I got to eat, you know the slogan. Flipping on your partner like wonderful did the Hogan. A swig of the pool was slogan. A swig of the pool was stolen. A fight broke loose. You thought you loved me till you knew your man smoked the boots. Now you're having second thoughts, and I'm writing about your loss. Wonder whose story I'm telling. I can't reveal my source, save the rah-rah. Or praise the due to Allah. We study life lessons and we still school scholars. Navigate the 7 seas and chakras. Bomb hell spawns and disable the helicopters. Spit scalpels at doctors. Poor health is a business. Exploiting my brothers and sisters knowing that they made the cure. You know you made the illness. It's mandatory. You get evicted from my laboratory. Special weaponry is chosen from my inventory. It's me, rapid fire, water, air, landlord. Hitting you mad hard with diamonds you can't dodge.
Damn!
Awesome.
Man.
Damn! Oh, man. Yo. Oh, damn. Yo, our Brav, it was so good to shoot the shit with you, man. I'm so glad you managed to make it. Yo,
Having me, bro.
big ups to Neff for showing up out of nowhere.
That info about the beat too.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. If you ever heard like Neff's album, what is it? Ninja. Oh no, I remember.
I just had like a little mixed beat tape that I made a
Shadow
while.
Matrix versus Ninja Black.
Okay.
Yeah, well, those are a couple of my production names and stuff, But I had the sounds from the sounds from the Shuriken Lounge and stuff. I had like crazy stuff. This was years ago, man. We was back when we was on the site. And but I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna just start getting, start pulling out my archives and stuff with you know, with how you say the name again, man?
All Brad.
Braff. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to just do it with him. Just get the beats out and start, focusing and stuff.
Yeah, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it.
Man, yo, we gotta sign out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for everyone showing up. This is Angry
No problem,
Elf, Z Slash,
man. Yeah, it's
Left and the Astonishing R. Braff signing off.
Peace. Peace.
Yeah, no.